Welcome to the reading. My name is Diffusion, and today we're going to be doing a collective reading for the week of the 19th to the 26th. So this week is represented by the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a celebration card. It is depicted as four wands, and in the original they're holding up a wreath, and there's figures in the background and family in the background. You know, it's all about stability. So you have achieved an important goal. That could be through healing. We're going to figure out more what the goal is that has been achieved through more cards. But generally, this is about finding stability in either a family life or in people you consider family, whether it's your actual home or, you know, people. It might be calling us to question, you know, where can we find more stability in our lives, and also how can we celebrate more in our lives. So let's get the numbers for this week. What are the numbers for this week? So we've got 1, 3, 6, 8. So 1 representing new beginnings, 3 is like creativity and friendship, 6 is about family and the love life, and 8 is all about abundance. So let's pull some more cards about the weekly energy that's coming up. I'm going to lay out my decks and just... Okay, so I'm going to be using my Dungeons and Dragons deck to start with. So I please ask Spirit, what are the messages for... Oh, they want me to pull some like oracle cards first. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my new astrology deck. Now, I don't really know how this works. I'm quite new to astrology, so maybe that's why. So we have, try to write down some positive affirmations for yourself. These can help reset unconscious and negative thoughts. Don't let your mind bully your body into believing it must carry the burden of its worries. Okay, I'm gonna pull some of these astrology cards. So I don't know much about astrology, but apparently they have an astrology card, maybe just for like a confirmation for some of you guys out there. So we'll see. Oh, that was not a very good shuffle. So yeah, what I'm getting so far is like, now is the time to like celebrate yourself. Celebrate some kind of goal in life. Yeah, we'll get a bit more. Okay, these are a bit more, well, they're new, they're brand spanking new, so they are going to be a bit harder to shuffle. Oh, and I heard 3 of these. Planet, oh, that's too many. Okay. Birth chart symbols. I'm learning on the go. Learning on the fly. Okay. So we got some astrology cards. We got Pluto Zodiac 3 and Pluto Zodiac 4. Oh, these are like if your zodiac is like what, like placement in Pluto. So I guess they're getting us to question like what is our Pluto zodiac in particular, like where's our Pluto placement? And also 9th house and 10th house. The 9th house represents your sense of what lies beyond the horizon. It invites us to travel physically and mentally through higher education, philosophy, and religion. So it could be like about learning new things. 10th house, careers and social status. The 10th house represents your public image, professional aspirations, and career achievements. So if we're talking about goals here, it's definitely in terms of like career. And maybe we're being asked to, like, in terms of our career, like explore more, like learn more. I want to put these like okay, now what? Now what do you want me to do? I mean, for these? Actually, no, they want me to use this deck here. Hello, Spooky Millionaire. Welcome on in. This is the Legends Tarot by Anne Stokes. It has unicorns and dragons mostly. It's fairies and all that good stuff. So maybe you really resonate with unicorns and dragons and fairies. Oh, so we have Death, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Swords. So can you guys hear me okay? How's the mic quality? Oh! Okay, and they want me to pull another astrology card. The Ace of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords has something to do with this card here, Aquarius. So maybe it's talking about like a long distance kind of thing, because this says the 20th of January to the 18th of February, so maybe it's like a long term, something like that's being built long term. It's the element of air, which is attached to the Four of Swords, and that makes sense. Aquarius are independent, sociable, outgoing, self-relying, and eccentric. They enjoy inventing new stuff, socializing in sports. Negative traits: pessimistic, rebellious, and impatient. So let's just look at what we have already and see if I can get some kind of message about what they're talking about for this week. Oh, and 2-2 as well. It's card 22. So death means like a big change is coming up, right? And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse makes me feel like there's the people in the collective, they like feel like, you know, they don't really have time to rest, or like not taking the time to like slowly build something in a way. But with the Death card, she's like praying for a change, right? She's praying. And the King of Pentacles cards is like frozen. So you could almost feel like, I heard like frozen in time. So you could feel like stuck, like time isn't moving quick enough. Or like the goals that you're wanting to achieve. But I guess that's why Spirit wants you to celebrate yourself more, or like write down positive affirmations. Because, is this bright enough? Hang on. I feel like that's better, isn't it? can kind of see it better. There we go. So, and we've got Temperance in reverse at the bottom of the deck here just now. So, yeah, I feel like there needs to be a balance between wanting the change and meeting your goals, as well as like resting, because we have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is all about rest, and that's connected to this Aquarius energy. And one of the negative traits is impatience. So I do feel like impatience is really coming up here during this week. Then we have the King of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is definitely like new passions coming to light, kind of like with your own magic, because you can see the unicorn horn, like its own light is like lighting up the wand. And with the King of Swords here, even though it's swords, you know, it's a very fiery energy in this deck. So this could be talking about, you know, because your thoughts bringing passion, like there's a lot of passion behind the thinking almost, but instead of just, you know, completely going for it, there needs to be some kind of slowing down, not putting so much pressure on yourself, and like believing that you in yourself and like the slow steps that you're taking, kind of thing. And yeah, this is all to do with, this is like a lot to do with career, I think. And yeah, we have the Pluto zodiacs here, so it might be a call to, wait, where is Pluto right now? Like, let me actually check. Pluto current astrology. Pluto is currently in retrograde and has been in Aquarius since November 19th. It will remain in this sign until it transitions into Pisces on March 8th, 2043. So there's something to do with Pluto and like long term. I just don't really know what that means though. If someone knows more about like the astrology, let me know in the comments down below or in the Twitch chat. Pluto is the planet of transformation, power, and rebirth. It holds a central place in astrology. So the current position of Pluto is in Aquarius. Pluto's placement in the zodiac sign provides valuable insights into an individual's transformative potential, psychological depth, and approach to personal empowerment and rebirth. So Pluto in Aquarius. Stirring deep, intense change within the collective consciousness. The influence encourages breaking away from old patterns and embracing revolutionary ideas. There's an undeniable power that comes with this placement, fostering a drive to change societal norms and push boundaries towards progress. Expect a surge of inventive energy aimed at redefining technology, community structures, and humanitarian efforts. The intensity of Pluto's transformative nature combined with Aquarius' forward-thinking mindset can be both challenging and beneficial. It often results in periods of upheaval as outdated systems are dismantled to make way for new paradigms. The powerful alignment fosters resilience and adaptability, urging society to evolve through innovation rather than clinging to tradition. While the process may feel tumultuous at times, it ultimately paves the way for significant advancements and breakthroughs that benefit humanity as a whole. And this is going to last until 2043. So we've still got 20 years. So if, you know, if you're thinking of, oh, this wanted to slide down. What's this one? The Three of Wands in reversed. Okay, let's just take that. if you want to make a big change, what you have to know is that you need to slowly take your time. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day. And if it's something to do with what I just said, if it's something to do with, you know, breaking away from old patterns or embracing an idea that maybe people told you not to do, I think you're being encouraged to like work through that and like learn how to incorporate it with rest. But you might be getting like a new really intense idea and you're trying to like logically figure out like what is the best way to do this. We have Temperance in reverse and the Three of Wands here. So Temperance in reverse tells me that there is some like energy that might be like out of balance. And be careful of people who like may not really believe in you or may not really see your vision. The Three of Wands in reversed, and it's in line with the Knight of Pentacles, right? So I kind of feel like there's a bit of energy because this talks about travel and adventure and going somewhere new. So I feel like a lot of people right now are in an energy where there are risks and like opportunities that are being presented to you, but you're not taking them, or you're kind of doubting whether you want to take them or not because you don't know if it's in line with the long-term goal, but you're also kind of not believing in your long-term goal. And with the Three of Wands, it's basically like, you know, you want to travel, but for like some reason you're like holding yourself back. That's what it feels like. There's definitely like a holding back energy. The Two of Wands, we got like the Ace of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Wands. The Ten of Swords in reversed. Okay, so what's gonna help you through this is processing a lot of your pain, knowing that this cycle is coming to an end and that actually you had to go through this cycle. And if anyone is tired during this time, like that's the reason why you're tired, because you kind of have to go through all of this in order to heal. And with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, both of them being in reverse, it's kind of saying like if you're looking to travel and you don't really feel like doing it right now, like that's okay, but still consider it for your future. You don't put it off the table, and don't be afraid of like taking a risk, because if you're being called to go somewhere right now, it's for a reason. It's definitely for a reason. There is something for you there. So let's get some cards from the Dungeons and Dragons deck, since I felt called to use this one. Although for some reason now it's saying like, no, don't use that deck. Okay, I heard messages from the angels. That's an oracle deck. Are you sure? Okay, no. I'm gonna use this yellow deck here. Yeah, keeping in mind the numbers as well. 1, 3, 6, 8. So, ooh, did I just do that by accident? I like shuffled the cards backwards. Or do those cards just want to come out? Wait, no. Okay, yeah, I guess they do. So we have the King of Cups, Seven of Cups in reversed. Again, we had the Seven of Cups last week. The Knight of Swords in reversed. The World in reversed. The Moon. the Queen of Pentacles, and the Tower. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. So we've had two different knights in reverse in this reading. We've had the Knight of Swords and we've had the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Now, what I kind of heard in my head is like, again, the same kind of thing from last week is like, embrace some of the beginner energy if you're learning a new thing. We've had death and we've had the Tower, so there's going to be a lot of healing. I don't feel like the upheaval is anything physical, although that might be happening in some people's lives. And it might be physical if you want, like, the universe is telling you to go somewhere and you've just not been going there because you don't want to take the risk, you don't want to face that fear, right? The World in reverse is kind of a sign that it's been a cycle. There's a cycle that some people are going through, and the world wants you to step out of your comfort zone in order to, you know, get out of that cycle. And with the moon, it makes sense that, you know, Scorpio energy, there's some fears that are being faced and there's some fears that are being ignored. With the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, it's inviting you in terms of your feminine energy to ground your feminine energy a bit more. So when it comes to your career, think of yourself in a compassionate way. When it comes to like your stability, you want to learn how to be emotionally stable while still like having a bit of a romantic aspect to your life, you know, not rejecting that sense. And then the Seven of Cups in reversed is like you're fine, like again, same energy as last week. You're finally prioritizing what's important to you, and if you're not, that's something that you might want to do, that you might want to consider. You want to like there might be multiple opportunities around you and you want to reflect on what you want for the long term, what you want to prioritize in order to work out. I think that's it. Okay, we're gonna get some messages from the angels to just close out the reading. Sana, you're protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So yeah, I do really feel like this week is all about understanding our fears, how our fears are like affecting us, how they're like stopping us from doing the things that we want to do in life, right? Whether that be like traditional ideas, worrying about what people think, worrying if we'll be okay, because the journey is all about taking the risk and being somewhat unsafe, right? The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So it's like empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Absorbing what's not yours in terms of what you want, right? Like, and then empathizing with other people even though they're disrespecting you, because well, I'm going through that. I always relate to my collective readings, of course, because, well, they are collective, aren't they? Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song. Frequency of sound diving deep. So what do I think these oracles cards are telling us is our life purpose is to like devote ourselves to our lives. So whatever we're planning right now, we don't want it to be something temporary, right? We want it to be something permanent, and you want to make your whole life a prayer, like be in meditation while you're moving through life, right? And empathic starseed is, it's almost telling me like, I know that you empathize with people, but you have to like look out for yourself and not absorb what's not yours and set your boundaries there. And with the whale and orca elders, I think it's saying in terms of like your purpose or like what you're going through, your fears and all that kind of stuff, share it with other people. Go deep with other people and share your song, like share your creativity. Okay, yeah, that feels like the end of the collective now. Because I wanted to like end it there, but it just didn't feel like it was ending. Yeah. So yeah, if you're on the YouTube channel, thank you so much for watching. I'm doing this reading from my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Diffusion. So if you want to come in for a personal reading, feel free to join me every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. I was a bit busy today, so I couldn't get here on time. I was half an hour late. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.